Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engines. Tonight we'll be working on a Remington RM 2510 weed trimmer. The guy gave it to me the other day. I don't know if he bought it at a sale or a rummage site or something, but he bought it and it didn't start, so he didn't want to deal with it, so he gave it to me. So we're gonna see if we can't get this thing running. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check the spark plug, make sure thing's not scored, because I don't want to waste my time on it if the piston's scored. So kind of burning, kind of lean there, but it don't look scored. Let me grab my camera and we'll look in the cylinder, make sure there ain't no marks in there. There's the piston. There's the walls. Actually, it looks really good. You can still see the crosshatch in there. So we definitely know it's not scored, so we'll continue on. Okay, let's take the air filter cover off. Make sure it had a filter in there, and it does. But it's missing part of it. So we have to find a new air filter for it. Torx to take this off here. Okay, we'll unhook the throttle. Then our two fuel lines on the bottom here. So the outside one goes towards the back. So we're probably gonna, well, I guess the fuel lines ain't that bad. If they're kind of stiff and brittle, we'd replace them, but they don't look that bad. Anyways, there's our carburetor. I'm gonna clean it off a little bit. It's a Walbro. I'm gonna go ahead and tear it apart. Okay, let's go ahead and tear this apart. Get this diaphragm out here. Pretty stiff. Nice and clean though, but that diaphragm is as stiff as a board. Fire bulb looks okay. That looks nice and clean. A little bit of debris in the screen right there. We'll clean that out real quick with some carburetor cleaner. Well, let me go find the carburetor kit. I'm gonna put this back together again. Okay, I found the carburetor kit for it. And this one here has a new package with the new needle and everything in it. And I was looking at this one here. There's starting to be like a little indent on the tip of that right there. So it's time to replace that. So we're gonna go ahead and change this whole needle and seat assembly here. When we take this apart, keep your thumb on that right there, because there's a spring under here. You definitely don't want to lose that spring. A lot of these carburetor kits don't come with the spring. And there's that spring I was talking about right there. So we need to use this small needle right here. Some Walbros have that big one. We just need the small one. Need this rod and that. And this little needle. Go ahead and put that in there. Grab our spring. That goes right there. I need to magnetize this screwdriver so that screw stays on there. We'll just stick it here. Okay, now is the tricky part here. Hold it down in there like that. And there we go. Need to lower. It kind of needs to be about level with that right there. There we go. We'll put the base gasket on first. And the diaphragm. Now we can go ahead and tighten them up. Make sure they're all nice and tight, but not too tight you bust them. Now we can go ahead and doggone screws. We'll just use one. This happens sometimes too, like one of the holes ain't punched out all the way. That's why I like buying the name brand, but I don't have a name brand for this particular model. But Stens, that's a good brand. But sometimes I don't get the holes all punched all the way through. Get all the holes lined up. Then open our throttle a little bit, and all the pins will pop into place. And if the primary bulb was bad, we would replace that, but still works. And there we go. I'm gonna find a tool to open the mixtures up a little bit because that spark plug showed it was burning pretty lean. I'll find we'll adjust that before we put it back on the engine. Okay, I found the right tool for these here. And there's an L on this side and an H on this side. That's your low and that's your high. We're just gonna back them out about a quarter turn each. Then we'll fine tune it once we get it running. Then I want to check the fuel filter. Looks good in there. What I like to do is easy way to clean them out is just blow some carburetor cleaner back through them. But like I said, it looks really clean. So we'll go and hook up the throttle. Put our fuel lines back on. Okay, now I'm gonna blow the tank out, just make sure there ain't no debris in there. And I'll put some gas in there and we'll push the primer bulb, make sure the lines are on there the right way, and make sure we have good circulation. Some 2-cycle fuel in there. Okay. Now I'm gonna push the primer bulb. Gas is gonna come through the line with the fuel filter on, go in the carburetor. Then the excess gas is gonna go right back down into the tank. It's going up the fuel line. Now the primer bulb is full of gas, and it's going right back down into the gas tank there. So you know it's circulating good. Now I don't know how long this thing's been sitting. Well, these are 2-cycle engines. There's no crankcase oil, so I'm gonna take a little bit of lubricant, just a little bit, spray it in there on the piston so it gets on the rings there and give it some lubrication until the oil and the gas gets up in there. Just a little bit preventive maintenance, I guess. And that plug was in there way too tight to begin with. Here's what it's snug. Air filter was broke. I got a new one here. Okay, I believe it's about ready to fire off. Okay, we got gas in there and it circulates through the carburetor. And I turned out the low and high about a quarter of a turn. We'll get this, hopefully get this started up, and we'll fine tune the low and the high end. Make sure it's on. But when we already pressed the primer bulb to make sure the gas was going through there, so. Okay, it runs like brand new again. I'm probably just gonna donate this trimmer to probably some young kids starting a lawnmower business or something, because I really don't need it. It's too good a unit to sit on the shelf, so I'll probably donate to some young kid that wants to start a lawnmower business. But anyways, appreciate you watching my videos, and thanks for watching, and you have a good night. Bye.